Okay. Um, do you have a family history in the military?
A little bit. My whole family was Air Force. My grandpa, his grandpa. I think it goes back a little further too, but I'm not sure.
Okay. What made you decide to join the armed forces?
Um, didn't really know where to go. I mean, nowhere at the time was hiring. Fresh out that I talked to the recruiter, and yeah, they're really good. I walked in there knowing it was all going to be a lie. Yeah, I still signed up.
Okay. Um, what was basic training like?
Um, it was pretty cool. I mean, with my grandpa being military, his number one thing is every day he was telling me, "Hey, your basic training is just a head game. That's all it is. Yeah, there's physical aspects, but that's not a problem. Everything about it is all a game. It's a big head game." And going in there knowing that it was really easy and a good bit of fun.
Okay. Um, did you know that you'd be shipped overseas when you joined?
I had no idea. I joined about 2 years before September 11th when nothing was going on.
So you went over after 9/11, right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, where were you stationed? Because I heard you went over twice, and what were they like?
Um, I went over there once. I was
One.
stationed at Fort Hood. That's in the middle of Texas.
Okay. Um, over where you were stationed overseas, what were the local children like?
Um, they were really awesome. The At our base we had towers up all around the area, and we had to go up to the towers and hang out up there 8 hours at a time. And over the wall is the local residential area. So all the kids would come up. They try to sell you anything in the world. I mean, anything. The And they were just a lot of fun. Uh, it was kind of weird because they learned their English from the troops that were there before us, so a lot of it's really off. But yeah, they were good kids. Never really had any problems with us or anything like that.
Okay. What went through your mind while you were overseas?
Uh, a lot. I. What do you mean?
I don't know. Like, what did you think about every day and like
Um,
missing your family?
yeah, there was. You definitely miss your family. You miss being back home and everything. I don't know. On a day-to-day basis, you just try to make it through the day, I guess.
Um, I have a last question because I know you were buddies with my cousin Michael. Uh, when did you know that you and Michael were gonna be good friends?
Um, I was at Fort Hood for a little while. My platoon, the there's a good bit of people who are into rap music and country music, and as a platoon itself, it's a big family. But I didn't have anyone a really good friend there. Nobody was really interested in the same stuff I liked. So, and then one day this kid came in there, and your first couple of days you come in there, it's I guess some people may call it hazing, but you try to get under the person's skin. It happens to everyone. You ask them questions, you try to aggravate them, you know, see what their sense of humor is like, just all about it. Nail them with questions, make sure they got tough skin. And so they were ragging on this kid, Michael, pretty good. And I liked him from the start when they were ragging on him because he was just, everything was a grain of salt with him. They're like, "What kind of music you into?" He's like, "I'm into rock, metal, stuff like that." And they're like, "Oh, so you worship Satan?" He's like, "No." He's like, "You gotta worship Satan to like that music. Why? What's up, man? If you worship Satan, that's cool. You can tell us." And he's like, "No." It's like, "Seriously, man, you're into that?" He's like, "Okay, yeah, I worship Satan." Just he was one of the people I noticed didn't get hazed very much, just because he went in there as an attitude like this whole thing's a joke. But so I started talking to him, and he seems pretty cool. And 2 days later, there's like a park bench out there where we're at, and that's the smoking area. So I went out there to have a smoke, and Mike was out there, and another friend of mine, Steve Bedole, was out there. We're all sitting there having a cigarette, and we're sitting there where, you actually sit on the bench. No, he's got to sit on the table and face the other way. So his butt is like right there. Me and him are just kind of talking around it, and with the military uniform the BDUs, anything white, you can see right off the bat. So we noticed his underwear was hanging out of the back of his pants. And I was talking to Mike, and I just took the lighter and lit the back of the underwear. And he's kind of looking at me, and it started catching on fire. We were like kind of laughing, and then all of a sudden somebody came downstairs from the office, and they called Bedole to run upstairs. They need you upstairs. So as he gets up, we both go over there to try to swat the fire out at the same time. But as I'm going for the swat, Mike's grabbing my hand, making like, no, don't do that. So there he goes, right up the stairs, right up into the office, and he had a white little trail of smoke behind him the whole way. A week later, we go over to Bedole's house, and his computer is in his bedroom. So we went onto his computer to download some music. And while we were there, we looked over, and there was a white pair of underwear with a hole this big burned into it. Neither me or him ever told him what happened, so we're like, yep, we're in this together now.
Nice. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you.
No problem.